this week's chapter of Bleach, the apprentice becomes the master, and the master becomes the apprentice in the epic battle between Jugram Haschwalth and Bazz-B. Yet again, this week's chapter was incredibly simple. It can really be summarized into just about a couple of words, which is Bazz-B gets his arm cut off, and that's the end of the fight. Really, nothing too spectacular, nothing that we haven't seen from the series before, although I do like how the tables have turned, and it was pretty obvious from the beginning. There was absolutely no way that Bazz-B was going to be able to win, and despite that, he still had some really nice flashy attacks this week. The best things to take away from this chapter are definitely the action scenes, as short-lived as they are. There's some great scenes of Jugram using his sword, literally destroying all these massive pillars with one nice slash. You got Bazz-B, who's using his Burning Finger abilities in ways that we've never seen before, now doing a full Burning Finger attack, which looks like the typical fire abilities that we've seen before, but it suddenly turns into this massive tornado fire attack, which explodes from his hand, which is probably the coolest looking attack from this week's chapter. But as cool as it was, Bazz-B just ends up getting his arm cut off, and he is swiftly defeated by his old friend. While all of this is going on, intercut are these flashback sequences, again, all about Bazz-B and Jugram when he was joining the Sternritter. We learn a little bit more about them, where apparently, if two Sternritter members actually fight each other, the penalty is death. No questions asked whatsoever. And there's that one other Quincy member by the name of Hubert, who almost seems like he wants them to fight. He wants this to go down, although he doesn't want to get in trouble with the Quincy leader as well, and he learns this even more when Haschwalth actually lets him know that he's going to be watching the entire time. So that is definitely going to be a no-no. But really, that's the entire chapter this week. Simple as that. So, what's the rundown? On this week's chapter of Bleach, the battle between Haschwalth and Bazz-B is over. It's not exactly anticlimactic because there was just no way that Bazz-B was going to defeat him, but I was kind of hoping maybe they would have done something a little more flashy with it. But still, I did like some of the scenes. I especially love how in anime and manga, how they can take something as simple as just a simple sword slash and give it just like a ridiculous over-the-top name. There's a scene where Haschwalth uses this ability which is known as the Black Buzzard. There's no buzzards involved in the attack whatsoever, it's just him swinging a sword, and it does look pretty cool when he's just destroying this massive pillar. And of course the final scene at the end where he actually does end up cutting off his arm and then getting right in his face. It's really disturbing, and you can sort of see like Bazz-B's entire world is just completely crushed at that moment, yet at the same time, he's not saddened. He doesn't feel any shame, as if this is sort of what he's been waiting for the entire time. He's been waiting for his best friend to kill him, because he knows he simply just doesn't have the strength to confront either him or even the Quincy leader. It's very strange, and it's not exactly the battle that I was expecting, but it's still a nice setup for some of the other big final moments of this series. What I will say is, this was still a nice looking chapter. There were some cool action scenes. It went by really quick. So any Bleach fan should definitely check out this chapter, especially if you've been reading and you want to see the conclusion of the story between Bazz-B and Jugram Haschwalth. So I'm going to give this week's chapter a 3 out of 5. An okay action chapter, but still somewhat anticlimactic. But I'm still really excited to see what they're going to deliver in the end of the final arc of Bleach. So there it is, guys. 3 out of 5 for me. Just a fun average chapter. I liked it, but what about you guys? Did you read this week's chapter? Did you have a favorite scene? What did you think of the battle between Haschwalth and Bazz-B? And what do you guys hope to see from the final arc of Bleach? Make sure to tell me in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching my review. Make sure to like it, share it with all of your friends, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you can see all of our latest anime and manga reviews. You guys can also follow us on social media. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, stay dandy, baby.